You're welcome back. Now, it's vetting is going on, and some of the ministers designate are justifying reasons why they should be given the opportunity to serve as ministers of state. Let me know if you are monitoring and tell me if they are up to the task and what impression you think they're putting out there.
Unfortunately, I was not able to monitor, but I heard a lot of stuff, and I think Ghana is in good hands as far as I'm concerned. You're looking forward to a better economy this year and for the next couple of years. So, business in Ghana should be really good, hopefully, with the right people in the seats. Yes.
So let's hear or see what some of you have been writing on this particular matter. Now, Richard Kweku Frimpong Manso says, Berima Kubaji, or Berima Kubaji Jinjini says, considering the hype about Ken Oforiatta, I thought he was going to mesmerize me, but I have an entirely different view about him now and what the economy will be under him. He struggled explaining what the true fundamentals of the Ghanaian economy is, and I think that disappointed me. God help Ghana. Suli Mohammed writes, it seems Osafo Maafo went through vetting easy. I don't know whether it's because of his affability with the committee. I think his answers were precise and concise, backing them with figures and facts. He actually proved that he's up to the task. I'll be happy if they reduce the duration. It's too long. Even Heaven's interview won't last this long. And Senior Kojo Sapon writes, I think the Fifth Parliament is doing its best to get to know how these nominees would function in their various portfolios. But I think there were some very important questions that needed to be answered that the chair dismissed, which to me I think was a bit unfair. Also, I believe the minority side should read and find their facts right before putting out questions. Let's not do this to dent the image of these nominees, but the minority should be factual. And that's your opinion. Prince Nuruddin Baumia says, my disappointment has to do with a voice heckling by Honorable Samson Ahi, and the impressive aspect he has to do with the competence, or rather the impressive aspect has to do with the competence level of Yao Osafo Maafo and Ken Oforiatta. Rich Brunei Darussalam writes, a whole Osafo Maafo was not able to answer just a simple question which earned him a disappointment. Well, I think corrupt before and yet still appointed. Well, I don't really understand what you're trying to say here, Rich. But Ishmael Halil writes, Baumia will be free to chop taxpayers' money because he absolutely has no role in governance. Yao Osafo Maafo is taking over. He would be coordinating all ministries, including Baumia's office. Very interesting times, and that's your opinion, Ishmael Halil. Junior Takra Mola says, did Honorable Yao Osafo Maafo say the economy is broke? No, the economy is not broke. They should fix it as they said it has been broken already, or it's broken already, I think you're trying to say. Kuzula Solomon says, in fact, I'm not impressed with the responses given by Ken Oforiatta, Minister Designate for Finance. I do expect him to be more realistic in his responses. And Napoleon Lochu says, the MPP are just upgrading their promises they made during the campaign season. We are watching them. And finally, Rashid Amayo says, all the ministers impressed me with how they answered the question, especially Ken Oforiatta and Osafo Maafo. I love them, Keke. Now, the Black Stars of Ghana are set to play their second match with Mali in the ongoing AFCON tournament in Gabon. A win for the Black Stars of Ghana will elevate them at the group stage. However, there's apathy about their performance, and most Ghanaians were indifferent about the win against Uganda. So tell me when the Black Stars are playing their next match and which team they're playing.
My dear, I'm not into soccer. I have barely paid any attention to the soccer thing. No, haven't really gotten time to watch TV, to listen to anything. Apart from some few times I spend on the internet to do other stuff, I haven't really taken time. I hear people talk about it. I hear the vibe. And up until today, I didn't even know Ghana was participating. It's that bad. Yeah, it's that bad.
Sorry, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of football. Some people like pineapples, other people like apples, other people like orange. I like movies. I don't really like football so much, so yeah.
People are really indifferent, but let's see what you've been saying on Facebook. Lots of interesting responses on Facebook. Richard Kweku Frimpong Manso writes, Burma Kubaji from Jinjini. Again, he says, the Black Stars will play Mali on Saturday. I pray Jordan Ayew is not part of the team. He has a lot to learn, so that he will quit committing offsides. I pray they bring the cup to Nana Akufo-Addo as they firmly promised. Ishmael Halil says, yes, so Saturday, which is going to be their first defeat. So he's predicting a defeat for the Black Stars tomorrow. And fake London boy Skele Wusiti writes, Black Stars will be playing with Mali, but I don't actually know the time. And Napoleon Loche says, I'm not following the AFCON simply because GTV has refused to telecast it after paying my TV license fee. I bore with them, pa. And Richard Dar es Salaam says, yes, of course, Saturday against the Animals of Mali. And Aman Shira says, yes, yesterday, and they are playing against New Edibiasi Dwarfs. Aman Shira, that is not the correct answer. Doche Daniel Brasfield says, no more Black Stars, but Black Money. Playing Mali tomorrow. And Rashida Amaya says, yes, of course. Next week against the Chiman City FC. Those are some hilarious responses there. But of course, the answer is that they are playing against Mali tomorrow, Saturday, 21st January. Now, in this part of the world, we all know how marriage is held in high esteem, and many are those who believe that getting married is a source of happiness and success. So the conclusion is that saying I do is important for many. With this at the back of your mind, give me 5 questions you will be asking yourself before saying I do.
First of all, what I will ask myself is, how long have I known you? Okay, how will I be able to tolerate you? Will I be able to live with you? You know, and it's basically, let's say, if I've been able to stay with you, I've known you for, let's say, 3, 4, 5 years, I can be able to say that, okay, yeah, I know you too much, so we can stay together, start a family together or something, yeah.
Well, I don't know, but then the girl should know how to cook. That's like one big thing, and then she should be God-fearing. I'd ask, are you God-fearing? And I mean, you should have certain qualities like you should be ready to go into, I mean, bigger things. I mean, how to handle a man, get ready for babies, because yeah, I would like a lot of babies.
Basically, okay, being a God-fearing man and being hardworking, you need to support me for me to also support you, and at least you need to be good looking too, and yeah, to be there for me, show me love and care and attention. Yeah.
Interesting responses there. Very interesting. I have a few questions of my own, but let's see what you have been writing on Facebook, social media. And Richard Kweku Frimpong Manso says, this is for the ladies, but I suggest these 5 questions are asked. He says, 1, who is your grandfather? Do you know who I am? Are you really serious about this proposal? Can you take me out on an expensive date? Are you prepared for a wedding on a different planet? Really, Richard, those questions? Anyway, he says, if the answers to these are mostly convincing and in the affirmative, then yes, will do. Abdul Karim Basid Bauer says, character. cooking skills, her family background, and her job. And he says, I don't want hashtag a virgin. Really, Abdul? Bawa Musa says, these are the questions. 1, is she a religious person? Is she beautiful? Is she respectful? Is she a good cook? And number 5, finally, is she hygienic? So these are questions you are asking of the person, or you're asking yourself. So Abena Ofosuhima writes, is he God-fearing? Do I love him? Does he love me? Is he my best friend? Is he responsible? Good questions there, Abena. Amma Ishra says, 1, am I happy? 2, am I fulfilled? 3, am I content? 4, am I ready to take on a man's child? And 5, is he cute? Very important question, isn't it? And Ishmael Halil says, 1, character. 2, virtue. 3, commitment. 4, appearance. And 5, religious. Prince Nuruddin Baumia says, 1, character. 2, religious. 3, moral. 4, competent. And 5, living conditions. Anaba Michael says, greetings from Takrady. Well, hello, Anaba. Vicpe Dome Juventus says, cooking skills and character. Victor Adomako writes, King Julian says, I'll ask her if she is competent.